Why was Pak ex-PM Benazir Bhutto killed and who was involved? Benazir Bhutto, Pakistan's first female prime minister, was a figure of immense political significance. She served 2 terms as the leader of Pakistan, advocating for democracy and modern reforms. In the 1988 election, the backers of Nawaz Sharif, the agencies, dropped doctored photos of Benazir Bhutto and Nusrat Bhutto from helicopters across the country. PML supporters would chant slogans like Coca-Cola Pepsi, Benazir Taxi, prostitute. However, her return to politics in 2007 marked a turbulent period, leading to her tragic assassination on December 27, 2007, in Rawalpindi. Her murder remains one of the most controversial and debated events in Pakistan's history. Benazir Bhutto's political career and threats. Benazir Bhutto's assassination occurred during a time of extreme political instability in Pakistan. Following years of self-imposed exile, she returned to the country in October 2007 to contest the upcoming general elections under the Pakistan People's Party, PPP. Her return was met with a massive suicide attack on her convoy in Karachi, killing over 130 people. Despite the threats, she remained committed to her campaign against dictatorship and extremism. The political landscape at the time was dominated by General Pervez Musharraf, who had taken power in a military coup in 1999. Bhutto's return to Pakistan was negotiated through international mediation, particularly by the United States and the United Kingdom, under a power-sharing deal with Musharraf. However, tensions between her and the military establishment remained high. The assassination. On December 27, 2007, Bhutto was leading a political rally at Liaquat Bagh, Rawalpindi. Thousands of supporters gathered to see her. As she stood through the sunroof of her bulletproof vehicle to greet supporters, she was attacked. A gunman fired shots at her before a suicide bomber detonated explosives, killing Bhutto and over 20 others. Timeline of events. 5:10 p.m., Bhutto addressed the crowd, delivering a speech that was well received. 5:20 p.m., as she was leaving the rally in a white Toyota Land Cruiser, she stood through the sunroof of the vehicle to wave at her supporters. 5:25 p.m., as the vehicle reached Gate 1 of Liaquat Bagh, a gunman fired 3 shots at Bhutto, followed by a suicide bomber detonating explosives near her vehicle. 5:35 p.m., Bhutto was rushed to Rawalpindi General Hospital in critical condition. 6:16 p.m., doctors officially declared her dead. Eyewitnesses claimed she had been shot in the neck and head. A postmortem was never conducted due to high pressure from the military establishment. Who was involved? Some elements within Pakistan's military and intelligence agency, ISI, were involved, as Bhutto had criticized military interference in politics. Before her death, Bhutto had even written a letter to General Pervez Musharraf, stating that she feared assassination and naming certain figures within the security establishment. Pakistani military and intelligence agencies were dealing with several militant groups and individuals who have been suspected of playing a role in Bhutto's assassination. Pak establishment were made a smart plan to kill the Benazir Bhutto. Pakistan's political landscape has long been marked by deep rivalries and power struggles. Also, elements within her own party or rival political factions had a motive to eliminate her to gain political leverage. Musharraf, who was president at the time, has been frequently accused of negligence or even complicity in Bhutto's assassination. In 2017, a Pakistani court declared him a fugitive in the case. The Pakistani government claimed that Baitullah Masud, the leader of the TTP at the time, orchestrated Bhutto's assassination. But this was pre-planned by the government and military officials to confuse the people and make them fool. The TTP had strongly denied and condemned this. Many analysts and Bhutto's own supporters suspect elements within the Pakistani military and intelligence agencies were involved. Bhutto had openly accused certain military and intelligence officials of plotting against her, stating that she had received threats from individuals linked to Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence, ISI. Her planned return to power posed a challenge to the military establishment, which had historically resisted civilian control. Pakistani military and intelligence agencies were already made a deal with TTP, Al-Qaeda, and other militant groups to assassinate the Benazir Bhutto. Aftermath and investigation. The assassination was followed by widespread violence and protests across Pakistan. The government formed an inquiry committee, but the initial investigation was criticized for being inadequate and politically influenced. The crime scene was hosed down within hours, destroying crucial forensic evidence. Pakistan's lead prosecutor in Benazir Bhutto assassination, gunned down. In 2010, a United Nations (UN) report concluded that Bhutto's assassination was preventable and that Pakistani authorities failed to provide adequate security. The report criticized intelligence agencies for not acting on known threats and accused the Musharraf administration of obstructing the investigation. Several individuals were arrested in connection with the assassination, including 5 militants linked to the TTP. However, in 2017, a Pakistani anti-terrorism court acquitted them due to a lack of evidence. The court also declared Musharraf a fugitive and ordered the confiscation of his assets. Impact on Pakistan's political landscape. Benazir Bhutto's assassination had a profound impact on Pakistan's politics. Her death led to an outpouring of sympathy for the PPP, which helped her party win the 2008 general elections. Her husband, Asif Ali Zardari, became the president of Pakistan, although his tenure was marked by controversies and allegations of corruption. The assassination also intensified debates about the role of extremism, the military's influence over politics, and the need for democratic reforms in Pakistan. It remains a pivotal event in the country's history, symbolizing the dangers faced by leaders who challenge entrenched power structures. Benazir Bhutto's assassination was not just a political murder, it was an event that shaped the future of Pakistan. While the official narrative points to the TTP, suspicions about the involvement of the military, intelligence agencies, and political opponents persist. Bhutto's death marked the loss of a leader who aspired to bring democratic change and modernity to Pakistan. More than a decade later, the quest for justice remains incomplete.